Morning, guys. Today we're gonna work with lesson 3. This is about vocabulary, means of transportation. Let's listen to it.
Read and listen. 1,
A car,
2, a bicycle. 3,
a moped,
4, a subway. 5.
a motorcycle,
Now listen again and repeat.
a car,
A bicycle,
a moped,
a subway,
a motorcycle.
Also remember that we have more means of transportation: a bus, a train, a taxi. How do you get to school, guys? Yeah, so how do you get to some places? By car, by bicycle, by moped, by subway, by motorcycle, by bus, by train, or taxi. So we're gonna have some practices about listening comprehension, yeah? As I told you, we're gonna use by phrase to express means of transportation. By taxi, by bicycle, by motorcycle. ¿Ok? So, siempre que quieran expresar el medio de transporte que utilizan para llegar a algún lugar, vamos a utilizar by antes de mencionar el medio de transporte. So, like these examples: by taxi, by bicycle, by motorcycle. In this exercise, we're gonna circle the means of transportation we hear. So, si escuchamos motorcycle, we're gonna circle the first picture. But if we listen a moped, we're gonna circle the pink one, yes? Or a car, a taxi, a moped, a bicycle. Are you ready? Let's start. Here we go, listening, exercise 4.
Listen. Circle the means of transportation you hear. 1,
I go by motorcycle to the restaurant.
2,
I go by taxi to the pharmacy.
3,
I go by moped to the bookstore.
4,
I go by bus to the Morton School.
5,
I go by train to New York.
Now listen again and check your work. 1,
I go by motorcycle to the restaurant.
2,
I go by taxi to the pharmacy.
3,
I go by moped to the bookstore.
4,
I go by bus to the Morton School.
5,
I go by train to New York.
Very good, guys. So now that you have your answers, we're gonna go to the next page and continue with listening practices. Yeah? Here we have more vocabulary about destinations. Read and listen, then listen again and repeat. So, where do you go now? Well, we know that now we can't go out, right? We have to stay home because we have this pandemic that doesn't let us go out. Okay, let's listen to this part. Vamos a escuchar esta parte.
read and listen. 1,
Go to work.
2,
Go home.
3.
Go to school.
Now listen again and repeat.
Go to work.
Go to work.
Go home.
Go home.
Go to school.
Go to school. Yeah, very good. So places where you can go to work, home, school, supermarket, library maybe. Yes. Okay, let's continue, guys. We have exercise number 6, listening comprehension. What do you have to do in this practice? Vamos a escuchar y a utilizar la frase que ya les mencioné antes de nuestro medio de transporte, by. Then, you write the means of transportation you hear. Después, incluimos el medio de transporte. Check the bus for work, home or school. Vamos a poner una palomita en el destino que la persona está mencionando. Yes. For example, by car, and they got home. Yes, they go home. Very good. So let's check this. Ready? Come on, guys.
Listen. Use a by phrase to write the means of transportation. 1,
I go home by car.
2,
I go to work by subway.
3,
I take the train to school.
4,
I go to work by motorcycle.
5,
I take the bus home.
6,
I go to school by taxi.
Now listen again and check work, home, or school. 1,
I go home by car.
2,
I go to work by subway.
3,
I take the train to school.
4,
I go to work by motorcycle.
5,
I take the bus home.
6,
I go to school by taxi.
Well done, guys. Very good. So here we have our conversation models, yes? Now you can discuss transportation. Of course, we can ask and we can answer about transportation. Means of transportation. Medios de comunicación, de transporte. So we have there rhythm lesson, and then we have to rhythm, to practice rhythm and intonation. We have to listen and repeat. So this conversation is gonna be sent by WhatsApp. Van a grabar una conversación similar a esta y me la van a enviar por WhatsApp. Conversation activator es lo mismo. Tengo las líneas en donde yo voy a poner la información que crea necesaria o pertinente. Yeah. Then we can change roles. Yeah, I'm gonna be person A, then I'm gonna be person B. Okay, let's listen to it. First part, exercise 1. Now you can't. Come on, guys.
read and listen.
How do you go to school?
By subway. What about you?
Me? I walk.
Listen again and repeat. Then practice the conversation model with a partner.
How do you go to school?
By subway. What about you?
Me? I walk.
So guys, how do you to school? Yes, or how do you go to school? So you can say by taxi, by car, or actually on foot. Yes, pueden decir caminando. What about you? Yeah? ¿Y qué sobre ti? ¿O tú cómo vas? Me? Oh, I walk. Yeah? So as I told you, caminando, I walk. Or by bicycle, if you have a bicycle, something like that. Yeah? So I don't know if you have any questions, guys. I'll be able there, yeah, for you So when you finish this, we need to continue working with the workbook. And don't forget to send the evidence to my email. Guys, include your title, include date, and your name. Yeah? Thank you guys. Bye-bye. See you next class.